ride on the track.
Like a tomato, okay, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Brains in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We calling plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, we talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they grilling. Brains in the home, we copping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Hey. Say.
Let's be clear. Shoo! I had to die or die when you drive. Will make you need it off. Don't get out the life. The shed ain't on your wood. For 12 sticks of your farms, like that eat on my void. Better more terror. Big clear till you back for. You been eating off in thoughts. I've been living off what you saw. When the court favors, you pack now and laters. That's exceptionally flawed. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. If you make it taste funny, you laugh into the bay. If you corny at the mouth, put some used to that's now home team.
Home team, what's happening? Home team, this your boy Blakberry Rex. You know what time it is. We bringing back a classic. Let's be clear. Wednesday afternoon. I want to shout out everybody that's going to come through before you get here. If you're already here, I'm going to go ahead and shout you out. We got Dante Rozier in the building. We got Michael in the building. We got Jay Holland in the building. And it's about to go down. I want to appreciate everybody coming through. So if you don't know what Let's Be Clear is all about, what it's about is we're going to be clear about a specific topic that I think a lot of people got twisted. And it's in your boy Blakberry's fairest opinion. So it's not all to say that I know everything, but it's going to be something that we most likely going to have to straighten out and make sure we be clear about it. And today, what we being clear about is the Atlanta Falcons were a good football team in 2024. So let's go ahead and get this thing crack-a-lacking and get straight to it. Appreciate everybody coming through once again. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that sub button. And make sure that you hit that share button when you get an opportunity to and share this content out to the rest of the world. And since I see you some questions already popping up in the chat. What I will do is I will go ahead and I will answer a few questions. We're gonna let a few of y'all get on up in here. Tay bro, what's happening with you? D Coleman in the house. Get off that rooftop, D Coleman. I know what you be doing. I know what you be doing. Get off it. Get off the rooftop. Get off the rooftop. Southside in the building. He is kind of the inspiration for today's show. He made a comment last night on Lady Birds of Atlanta Falcon Nation. And Southside said that, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he said, Blakberry, to be honest, we really weren't that good of a football team. And I said, bull fucking shit. And I paraphrased that as well. I didn't really say that to my boy Southside. That's my homie. But fuck that noise. The Atlanta Falcons were a good football team in 2024, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it. And what you all will get an opportunity to do is when I drop the link. Oh, yeah. Yes, I will drop the link. When I drop the link, you'll be able to come on and speak your piece on it. Give your 2 cents. Tell me what you think. But today we being clear about the Atlanta Falcons being a good football team in 2024. But let's see. Let's see what y'all got going on. Jay Holland say what's good. Jay Holland, hey, everything good. Everything coach steady, homie. Tay Bro say I like the defense move so far. They are solid role players. Judge Tay Bro just say thoughts on the full signing. So it looks like Terry Fontenot is pretty much doing what he always does. He's filling defensive needs in the free agency, and he's filling defensive hasn't been able to make any real trades and been able to make no trades because we really ain't got nothing to work with making trades. We do, but we not taking that giant leap into the trade situations that I want us to take, i.e. Kyle Pitts and Kirk Cousins. But the Kirk Cousins one might come at some point, but the Fuller signing don't surprise me. I think Fuller's a solid safety. It doesn't surprise me. I think he's a solid safety. I think he can come into this organization on this team. I think he'll fill in just fine. Do I think he's a difference maker? No. I don't think he's a difference maker, but do I think that it matters who you bring in here right now with us not having a real because we only got 1 year in the pudding, in the proof to say whether or not we think this coaching staff can put together a winning product, regardless of what you got out there on the field, regardless of the personnel. I don't think it matters. If you bring Fuller in here, I don't think it matters who you bring in here. You still got to put these guys in the best situation to win. You still got to utilize their strengths to the best of their abilities so that you can get the most out of them production-wise. I don't know if I fully got faith in this staff to do that because we ain't got no good examples in 2024. But that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. D. Coleman say, I got the orange one in my sights. Abort mission. Hey, man. He talking about a tangerine. That's what he talking about. He talking about a tangerine. I got you. I can't wink like that. Hold on. I used to be able to wink real good. Hey, I got you, D. Coleman. Oh, yeah, I seen that. That's why I'm here. Yeah, I told you to be here, boy. I told you to be here. It ain't for you, but you inspired me today. Like I say, how were we not good? And we beat the Super Bowl champions. Our quarterback was just a scared liar. So let's get into it. So we're going to go over the team stats, starting with the offense. We're going to start with the unit that The unit that was the most frustrating because of the quarterback. And at parts of the season, the offensive coordinator / play caller, the inconsistency that we didn't like out of them. We're gonna start with the offense. And I'm pretty sure y'all done heard these stats before. If you ain't, you're gonna hear them again. So in 2024, the Falcons passing game, as far as pass yards go, they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in the league in pass yards with 4,283. The highest being the Bengals with 4,918. In rushing yards, Falcons offense. Let me get to it here. They were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th in the league in rushing offense with 2,219 yards. The highest being the Baltimore Ravens with 3,189. Receiving yards. Let's go to receiving yards. And I mean, you really don't have to because you already know passing yards, but I digress. Passing yards. Falcons were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, 4,283 passing yards. Highest being the Bengals, 4,918. Scoring. Now, this is where the disconnect is because it has a lot to do with the turnover game. Rushing touchdowns. The Falcons were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th in the league in rushing touchdowns with 18. The highest being the Buffalo Bills with 32. That's a 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So we were 8th best in the league in rushing touchdowns. 8th best in the league in rushing touchdowns. And I see you said something down the south side. Let me get to it. Right now, I'm proving a point. Reception touchdowns. This is a fall off because we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th worst in the league with 21. We were 9th worst in the league with 21 reception touchdowns. Like I said, has a lot to do with your quarterback turning over the damn ball. The worst being the Giants with 15. That's ass, by the way. That's disgusting. They should be a fucking shame. All right. Now, let's go to the defense side of the ball. Because this defense, a lot of people been trashing this defense. Like this defense was just so ass because they couldn't get sacks. The pressures wouldn't result in the sacks when they was getting pressures. It felt like the pressures were there. The sacks wasn't there. And then they made adjustments after the bye week. You saw a difference in the coverage. They started playing more tight up on the line. They made some adjustments in the pass rushing scheme with the defensive line and with the edge rushers, and we started generating sacks. But we started giving up a lot of big plays too that we were not giving up before the bye week. So, Falcons passing defense. If my phone will let me do it. All right. Pass defense. 15th in the league in passing yards allowed with 4,004. 15th in the league. That's middle of the pack. Most defensive coordinators or defensive-minded coaches, they would tell you as long as we can stay middle of the pack, we know we know the room for improvement that we do improve upon is going to be major. Also, if you middle of the pack, if you middle of the pack in defensive categories, what that also tell you is that you're not a bad defense. You're average defense. You're average. So our passing defense was average. Let's go to rush yards. Rush yard, right there. Tap. Phone. Tap. All right. Rush yards allowed. Falcons. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th again. 15th in the league. Middle of the pack again. Middle of the pack in rush yards allowed with 2,051. Now, for the good stuff on defense. Now, let's look at turnovers on defense and the forced errors by the defense. All right, forced fumbles. The Falcons in forced fumbles were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. With 12. 12 forced fumbles on defense. We want to be better than that, but that's close to middle of the pack. And like I said, we saw forced fumbles come in an abundance amount before the defensive adjustments to get more sacks. Keep that in mind. Interceptions. Let's look at the interceptions. Falcons. Amongst the league, they also have 12 interceptions on the year, which was good for, I think that was like 18th in the league. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 17th in the league, with the Vikings being the best with 24. 19th in it. Like I said, when you go back and watch the turnovers, they took a drop. They took a dip after the defensive adjustments. I explained to everybody in real time at the time that we might not like that we're not getting the sacks, but the defense we was playing was better suited for the turnover battle. When you can attack the ball, you better your chances at getting turnovers. When you play man coverage, you're not as likely to cause a turnover in coverage. But when you are able to drive on the ball and attack it, you better your chances at turning the ball over. Whether it's to punch out a ball, whether it's to tip a ball, or whether it's to intercept the ball. The wherewithal and the ability to be able to drive on the ball and to attack it is going to better your chances at getting a turnover. But if you're in man coverage, it's not as likely. You can still create turnovers, but it's not as likely to happen. So that's why we saw the forced fumbles in an abundance. Every game, Jesse Bates forcing a fumble. Or Caden Ellis or Nate Landman forcing a fumble. It was every game almost. We are forcing fumbles. We would get interceptions, at least one a game, up until the bye week. It was an abundance, but we weren't getting the sacks. So a lot of the fan base chitter chattering on the internet, calling the radio station, the local radio station, 92.9, complaining. We ain't getting enough sacks. We need to get another pass rusher. Matt Judon was a damn waste of goddamn money. Don't get me wrong. I think Matthew Judon underperformed. Absolutely. Was it all his fault? No. Was it some of his fault? Absolutely. But not all his fault. So the lack thereof of sacks was being replaced with forced errors by your defense. But a lot of fans didn't see it that way, even though that's what it was. Let me get Big Will in here. What's up with you, Big Will?
What's happening?
Let me see here. Let's do Southside.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Big Will.
All
right, so let me see. Michael, what Michael said. Michael said, how are we now? Oh, yeah, that's right. And then Southside said, let me rephrase that. Okay, he want to moonwalk. Now Southside gonna moonwalk it. He said, let me rephrase that. Maybe saying we weren't good football team was a stretch. What I meant, we were inconsistent even before the Kirk injury, even when we were 6-3. Yeah. Now I will agree with you on that. We all of us that was covering the Falcons, that are content creators, the most of us, I can speak for myself and Big Will. We saw the glaring issues at 6-3, but they were issues that could be corrected with coaching, not necessarily bad play from the personnel. Nobody would have thought that Saints game would happen, and that second Saints game would happen, and Kirk would get hurt in that game. Like, everybody saw the hit. I seen the hit. But who would have thought he was going to fall straight off a goddamn cliff the way he did after a 6-3 start? After a 500-yard game he had, followed up with a big 300-yard game. Who would have thought that he would have fell off that damn cliff like that? So we saw issues, but they weren't issues that had us thinking, oh, we can't keep this up. They might rear their ugly heads. We might have to and we can make adjustments, but to the Kirk Cousins falling off the cliff part, we didn't think that was going to happen the way it did. Not the way it did. Of course, we didn't expect them to be lights out all year, but he was looking like he was going to lead us straight into the playoffs. What you think about that, Big Will, man?
Well, y'all know I was screaming all year about the problem we were having and everything, but we were winning, and everybody was like, but we winning and all that, you know what I'm saying? But the shit came home to roost, motherfuckers, and everybody saying it now. Then nobody see Kirk Cousins going on the fucking nosedive, but I was on. Everybody know I was on goddamn Zach Robinson ass. I was on his ass. The way he was calling plays and everything, he straightened up at the end of the year. I give him that, but he don't know how to use his talent. He didn't know how to use his talent right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, how many times did I say they didn't got on? They rotation at the D line was shitty. I ain't like the rotation at the D line. I said that plenty of times. Said the linebackers can't cover worse shit. Linebackers can't cover. They missing talent. That's bad.
Breaking up, Will. Breaking up, home. Well, until Will get his audio straightened out. Yep. We said in real time at the time that we saw
My
glaring
bad,
issues.
bro. My LP went dead on.
Are you good? But we saw it and we reported it as we saw it, and we didn't expect for Kyle or for Kirk Cousins to completely lose himself in the process of it, but it happened. But it took away a lot of attention from the things that were good with this team. It took away from it. And if you ask me, a lot of the bitching and complaining by the fan base and by the media about not getting enough sacks for everybody's liking, it fucked up the defensive strategy as well. And I put some of that on Raheem for coming back after the bye week, making the adjustments, and you did start generating pressures, but guess what else you started doing? Giving up big plays that you weren't giving up before the bye week. So even with the adjustments to get the sack numbers up, you drop the ball in the secondary with the coverage. It's like can't have two things that go together. Peanut butter, no jelly. Ham, no burger. Secondary, no front seven. Front seven, no secondary. We couldn't get the whole thing clicking with the defense. And it showed its inconsistencies. And it took away from, in the Kirk Cousins thing, it took away from the good that the team had going. We saw Zach Robinson start to get his act together with play calling little bit by little bit. But when your quarterback start falling off a damn cliff, now your play calling looks suspect when he make a mistake. And your head coach, his coaching looks suspect. His management looks suspect. When your quarterback don't keep it real and say, hey, I'm hurt. I can't make these throws the way I need to make them sometimes. Sometimes I can fight through it. Other times, soon as that throwing motion come, I'm feeling something. Something ain't right. I can't get it out there like I need to. I'm overthinking now. Now I'm trying to do too much. Now I'm trying to overcompensate for the lack of arm strength. I'm seeing ghosts out there. I'm seeing mirages, things that ain't there. I'm thinking it's a man wide open when really he got three defenders draped over.
He saw them three defenders. He just didn't want to get the Kyle Pitts in.
That's what I said. He just didn't want to throw it to Pitts.
He want to throw it to Kyle Pitts. He seen them three motherfuckers on drink.
He want to throw it to him. And that's what I said. He want to throw it to Pitts. See, finally somebody will. That's all I've been saying. Is that once he got a bad taste in his mouth with Pitts, he didn't want to throw it to him no more.
But
And
yeah, that's childish as fuck. But the quarterback's supposed to be the leaders. That's childish as fuck.
But you still got to hold Pitts accountable for having skin in the game.
But you hold him accountable in practice, Blakberry, not on the game. Not in the game that holds so much weight on it.
On the sideline. You hold him accountable on the sideline.
Yeah, sideline, practice, all that.
Pass it in another route. You have fast it in another route out this motherfucker. I'm gonna take my helmet off and swing it at your big melon fucking head. If you do it again, don't do it again.
Oh, he the leader of the offense. He the leader of the offense. He ain't got to do nothing coach. Give me another tight end. Me and Kyle ain't connected right now. We'll fix that later. Give me another tight end for the nigga. Sit
Yeah,
that
but
motherfucker on the bench, bro. You the leader of the
he the
offense.
pros.
He
He the
had enough.
pro, man. You can't. You need a pro, man. You don't. This
He could
this
have
ain't
got he
Punk
could have got
Moment. You
that boy
can't just
bench for a game. He not
reach
for
out
a couple games. He could have got him bench for a game.
contract players like that. Yeah, I get it. But see, and see, look, man. The team itself. I just went over the stats for you. We're not in the bottom of any category that matters. And we in the top in a few of them that do. We were not a bad football team. It's easy to overlook the good when the bad is so bad because it comes at you. It's just like when you're a kid. You fall, you scrape your knee, it's a real bad cut. All you remember is falling and scraping your knee. You don't remember how much fun you was having on before you scraped it. You was having the time of your life. If you was a skateboard rider, I was a skateboard rider as a kid. Love riding my skateboard until I scraped my knee one day, real bad. Maybe now I want to get back on the skateboard again, but I forgot about how much fun it was before I did that. Climbing Stone Mountain. I almost fell off the goddamn mountain, slid down the damn mountain. Only thing stopped me was a boulder in the damn mountain. But I used to have a blast going up that mountain with all my cousins in my family. So it's easy to forget the good things when something bad happened. Kirk Cousins was something bad that happened. But he was also something good that happened before that bad happened. And we forget that. And the rest of this team, they suffer for it because now they at the mercy of the fan base, of the media. And they shunned for anything that they do that's not looked at as the standard or the typical. Like with the way the defense was playing. The standard is you should be getting 3-4 sacks a game as a team. We weren't doing that. We would get a sack. We would go a couple weeks without a sack. But we would get turnovers. Excuse me. We would force errors on defense that would give us the ball back. But the fan base didn't want to see that. They wanted to see sacks. You tell me what's more impactful? A sack and they still got possession of the ball, or a turnover and now you gave the ball back to your offense? Sacks are pretty, sexy, look good, make you want to take it home, do something real stinking nasty to it. That's what a sack is. A sack is the big booty girl that just got off the bus and all them cheeks hanging out. Got the cheeks hanging out. And you like, wait. But the next day, same girl get off the bus, but she got on blue jeans. Got that thing buttoned up tight. They ain't even tight jeans. They saggy. They ain't even tight. They baggy jeans. And you like, damn. Yeah, but when she take them jeans off, that thing gonna be clapping. But you don't think about that. It's all about perception with the fan base. But sometimes perception ain't clear. That's why let's be clear. We gonna be clear about it. Let's be clear. This defense was getting the job done at 6-3. Whether people want to look at it or not, they were getting the job done. They were getting off the field on third down in the second half. They were holding teams to 0 to 6 points in second halves. That's what they were doing. That's getting the job done. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Anybody want to come in?
This in the past, the usual suspects.
Oh, they saying What your boy Brian Leftwich going to Colorado? Deion hiring all the goddamn ex players. And
What he gonna be offensive coordinator?
I don't know what the hell he's gonna be, but Deion, you got to know every player can't coach. Every player can't be a goddamn good coach now.
Byron Leftwich a good coach though. Leftwich
Brian
is a good
Leftwich
coach.
a hell of an offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a good coach.
he learned from the guy, the boy.
D. Coleman say everything underneath was open before we started playing the DBs up. Our linebackers were too slow. No, they weren't too slow. They were too unaware of what was going on. It's a difference. They were too slow-minded. Let's put it that way. Big Will, he a defensive guy. I'm a defensive guy. And what I'm gonna tell you is this: defensive players are not taught to be fast. They're taught to be able to put themselves in the best position to make a play on the field. You're not taught to be fast. You're taught to think fast and then react fast. That's what you're taught.
Exactly.
Think and react. That's how you're taught on defense. Think fast, react fast. You can be Ray Lewis, who ain't fast. Ray Lewis wasn't fast, but Ray Lewis was one of the best open field. He played the middle of the field better than most linebackers in the history of the game.
His reaction time was impeccable.
His reaction time. We're telling y'all exactly what it is. The reaction time was impeccable.
Ride with violence. That motherfucker ride with violence.
Ride with violence. That's right. And it was understanding the game. If you know you got 5 yards to knock a man off the route, whoever on that slot or on the end of that line that's come off that line, they finna get their head took off before they get 5 yards off the ball. You finna get your block knocked off before you get off in the route. And I'm gonna still play my space and still play my position. That's not overcompensating for lack of play from the rest of your teammates. That's understanding the game. That comes from doing film. Understanding who you playing, understanding what you're going to be able to do out there to give yourself the advantage against that offense. It ain't about being fast. It's about being smart. And it's about having the nuts and the guts to react fast. That's what your boy number 3 problem was when he was here. His reactions were too slow when it came time to attack. If you tell him he got to take a step back, he fine. He can do that no problem because he freaky athletic. But when you telling him to step up, we'll tell him about stepping up and what it means.
So what, bro?
Tell him about what stepping up mean on defense. The difference between
you mean like attacking a gap or something? You know what you're talking about?
Yeah. When the difference between taking a step back and being able to survey and taking a step forward and stepping up and being ready for some action.
That step forward is pretty much you anticipated what the play was, so you know what I mean, you're attacking it without any hesitation. But when you step back, you're trying to assess, is it a fake? Are they trying to come here? Are they trying to get me to react this way so they can come behind me type shit? So you trying to, all you're doing is more study. You're studying it more, studying the play a little bit more. But all this shit is happening quick. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they teach us to shuffle. Pretty much then turn to one direction. We shuffling because we want to react once we see where the play going. Instead of, you know what I'm saying, instead of committing to a total direction, we got to see where the play going so we don't be fooled a lot. You know what I mean? If you're on defense. If you playing the space, you're not playing the player. That's what a lot of people don't understand, that we play in the space. We cover the field. We gotta understand the offense trying to come to us. They trying to invade what we got locked down. So we got to go out there, cover the field, and react to what we see. Don't be fooled by all the window dressing they got going on. Basically what it is. A lot of folks think you got to have got the A1 speed. No, you just gotta get to the spot before he do. You
That's
gotta
it.
get to the spot. It's all about angles. All about angles.
That's it. That's it. It's about the anticipation. It's about anticipating what you done learned on in film first. You done studied this. You studied what this team like to do already. So you already got in your head when you see formations and personnel that you gonna already be thinking, oh, this what they like to do in this formation with this personnel group. This what they like to do. Soon as he go in motion on this corner over here, I'm gonna go with him. And I'm gonna knock his goddamn head off before he can try to get out of there in that flat. I'm gonna bust his goddamn head. That's understanding the game and not being afraid to react. Trust your instincts. Trust what you done learned in film and what you done studied, what you done learned in practice. React.
Yeah. That what practice for. Everything is all about preparation. So when you get in the game, all you doing is reacting. Oh yeah, I remember that play. Got your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Got
Just like that.
yeah.
But you gotta know what a team scripts 10 to 15 plays a game. Them games are gonna be 9 times out of 10 some shit you probably ain't seen on film, but they gotta come back to the barrel. They gotta come back to the barrel. That's what adjustment comes at. You know what I mean? That's what reaction time on the field helps you more. You know what I mean? Because like it's gonna be some plays that they pull out there, but you don't know about. But you gotta understand they trying to get where I'm at. They trying to get to this space that I'm occupying. So I don't care what
Right.
play design they ain't made up or whatever. They trying to get to where I'm at. Long ain't nobody threatening my zone, my spot. We good over here.
Yeah. George Chessboy said these signings are making the draft more open. Don't have to take an edge at 15. Hey, have we signed the defensive tackle yet?
These signings showing you we don't know what the fuck Terry gonna do. That we doing, he fucking with your head like he always got there to do. He can go
I,
offense right now. He can go
I
offense
mean,
right now.
he follow. That's right, because he following the same model he done did every year.
Yeah,
Build
he feeling.
build the defense through the free agency and with trades, draft offense in the first round, and then draft defense in the later rounds. That's so far he using the same model he done always used.
But this gonna be like the year to really tell if he got a telltale or not because
Mm-hmm.
the
Oh
other
yeah,
years we needed weapons on offense. The other year we
right,
did need weapons, but
right,
now we clearly don't need no fucking weapons. So if
right.
we go if he go offensive specialist in this
Yeah,
goddamn draft, you know what the fuck you doing. If he got there, you
yeah,
still
yeah.
building up in the defense on the offseason again, you already know
He
what the
done
hell he
told on
doing.
himself.
Yeah, he
He
had told he
he
had
gonna be
told his
done
way.
told on himself. Mm-hmm. He gonna be done told on himself then.
Yeah,
Now see,
yeah.
you want to talk about firing offenses? That'd be for me. That's a firing
That's
offense.
a fire. That's a firing offense. Cause last year we know why he drafted Bijan. We had somebody in our division trying to come up and get him. That was a block pickup. That's what that was. I don't want to see this guy 2 times a year. That's what that was. We didn't need him, but we can use him. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say this year gonna really tell you what the fuck going on. That motherfucker go offensive specialist again this year. Yeah, he gone. If we got a bad season, that motherfucker's gone. That motherfucker's gone. We got too much power. We got too much firepower on offense right now. Ain't no logical reason you gonna be able to explain to Arthur Blank why you needed this player. What you gonna explain?
Mhm.
What offensive lineman first round worthy that we need right now that's gonna be able to contribute right now? You can get your center in the second round.
Hell, if you had me, you can get a center in the 7th.
Not no seven. We go. Wait, that's a
You
project, Blackberry. That's a project.
did not have you seen that boy out of Boston College who projected to go in the 6th or the 7th?
What you
The
think he
center
gonna
for
go?
Boston College.
Mm.
Hold on, I got you. I got you. I got you right here. I got you right here, my boy. Drew Kendall out of Boston College, projected to go in the 6th or the 7th. Drew Kendall's a very good center. The problem is centers ain't that deep in this draft as usual. But he's not being he played at Boston College.
Southside, cut your shit. Cut your shit,
We know
Southside.
guys from Boston College get overlooked quite often. What Southside say? What he say?
He said, whoa, Blackberry Will, y'all ain't ready, y'all ain't excited for that Luther Burton pick. Hell to the fuck no.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
That means you're gonna have 3 top-notch wide receivers that you gotta pay. Cause you're gonna have to pay Mooney. If Mooney show out again, you gotta pay him. You gotta pay Drake London, he coming up. Then you're gonna have to pay another motherfucker wide receiver. Ain't no way. That's Cincinnati situation all over again. That's Cincinnati situation all over again. You see what they just paid their 2 wide receivers? Shit.
I'm gonna tell you straight up like this. All right. I'm gonna tell you straight up like this. If they draft a receiver in the first round of this draft and we don't make the playoffs, Terry Fontenot and Raheem Moore are gonna be fired. They'll both be gone. In 2026, they'll be gone. And I'm going to tell you, if the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this a hot take right here for you, if the Pittsburgh Steelers don't make it out the first round of the playoffs at least, if they don't at least make it out the first round of the playoffs, we might be shopping here in Atlanta, in Pittsburgh in 2026. And that's a hot take for your ass. D. Coleman said, watch out for Miramont at 15 now. What, Miramont? Who is that? You know who that is? Let's see who that is.
Say what, Blackberry?
Trying to see who this is or D. Coleman talking about. Arnold? Is that how you say his name? Arnold? Is that Arnold?
Imuka Ibaku? That was talking? That's the one you talking about?
He said Arnold.
Oh.
Meemaw.
Okay. I don't know who the hell that is.
I don't know who that is. D. Coleman be saying, he be doing. You know what? I think I just fell in a damn D. Coleman trap, and I'm not going no further into it.
Oh, he's the tack out of Missouri. Arnold Meemaw.
Arnold Meemaw.
He said he spelled the name wrong. Yeah, he spelled it wrong.
You gotta be careful with D. Coleman. He be trying to set you up for the okie doke. Could give 5 say that'll mean the offense is full of first and second round picks. Nah, I don't really care. Listen, if you gotta, let's say this. Let me give y'all a scenario. Let's say that the cycle that we've seen Terry Fontenot go on. Let's say that the process we've seen him go through since he's been here. Let's say it leads to a Super Bowl appearance. But before it led to a Super Bowl appearance, let's say within the next 5 years, it led to a Super Bowl appearance. But before it led to a Super Bowl appearance, we had a playoff berth. Then we might have had a conference championship appearance. And then eventually, in that 5-year frame, a Super Bowl appearance. That's progress. That's progress. considering that we got them on record now, the front office, we have them on record now saying that Terry Fontenot now has the ability to go get what he wants for this team. Before it was Arthur Smith and what he wanted. Now they done took the chain. They done took the chains off. Oh, that's poor choice of words there. They done took the handcuffs. That too. They done took the handcuffs off. They done took the zip ties. They done took the
They took the blindfold off. Just say the blindfold.
They took the blindfold. They took the blindfold off you, boy. Terry Fontenot now. So now, if the process he go through shows progression over the next 5 years, y'all can say what y'all want to say about money. You can say what you want to say about salary cap and how every couple of years we in a salary cap bind. But if he show progression, if the team show progression with him and Raheem Morris as head coach, you can't say that they're failing. Whether we like it or not, we won one more game this year than we won the year before. You might not sound like a lot of progression to you, but from a business sense, if I go look at my 1099 from 2024 and I made $5 more than I made in 2023, today the following I'm doing okay. As part of our initial discovery petition, 1, resident lease agreements. George Test Boy said Burrow, Chase, and Higgins, $124 million for one season. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that shit right there, that's some crazy shit. What you think about that chasing Higgins signings, Big Wheel? Hey, y'all hit that link too, man. Y'all
just talking about
before it get too late.
That money that they dishing out to the wide receivers. Whew. All I'm saying though, like if I was an owner, I wouldn't follow suit. Cause one thing we know about that position, that's the only position that they got to depend on somebody getting them the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would I pay a motherfucker 35 to 40 million and it's all determined on somebody else to get them the ball? See, a running back can get the ball out the backfield or catch it, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you're dependent on somebody to get you the ball. And you got multiple of them. You know what I'm saying? Multiple wide receivers. So I'm paying 2 guys over $30 million at wide receiver to catch the ball. One thing we know about wide receiver, they come a dime a dozen. They always you know what I'm saying? There's always a wide receiver in the draft.
I can't let
every year.
No, this is true. It is a lot of receivers. I can't let y'all keep saying they come a dime a dozen. Because we know receivers can be ass. They can be straight ass. Once you hype them up and let them get in their own heads and they turn into a shell of themselves, let's not pretend now.
They can be
little ass now.
They can be divas like a motherfucker. You're right, but
they can get straight doo-doo.
Ain't that what the interview for? When they interview all these players, when the GMs and the scouts and everybody they interview these players that's come through the draft, ain't that's what they're for?
Shit, look at Amari Cooper. They don't look the same. What's up with Larry, Richie?
What about Larry Fitzgerald?
Man, what's going on, fellas? Man, I just want to step in here for a minute.
Just didn't have it no more.
Yeah.
I just want to step in here.
All right, King Rich. Well, step on in, man. Floor is yours.
Man, I got some sleepers, man. I got some real sleepers for this draft that people overlooking because it's so deep. I'll put it to you like this. I've done like maybe 15 mock drafts.
Mm-hmm.
And this draft is so defensively deep that you're going to have DTs that's still top tier that don't get took. You're going to have linebackers that's top tier that don't get took because the names ahead of them hold a lot more weight.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to keep screaming this. Man, I went and looked up Yaya Black. First, when I went to get him in the mock draft, I just looked at his size. It was like 6'6", 335. Man, I went and looked that man up in Iowa. He went to one of them smaller schools, but boy, when I tell you that boy is a beast. Then you got a linebacker out of LSU named Jack Kissinger, who my little cousin kept telling me.
Is he Samoan or is he just light skinned?
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out. Cause I'm gonna be honest. I want some big boys.
Look Samoan.
One thing about not Arthur Smith, but Mike Smith. The reason he didn't really care about the sacks is because everybody on his defensive line weighed over 320, 310, 320. So he like, as long as we can crash, I get what he was basically saying. As long as we can crash that pocket in the middle, in the interior, the exterior should be able to do whatever it is they need to do. So if being that we got rid of Grady, even though Grady was one of my favorite Falcons, I still miss, what was his name? Poilet. You remember the one we had? I think it was right before Grady, the Samoan guy.
Solia. Paul Solia.
Yeah. We haven't really had nobody his size, Dunterry, post size. Think about the players that we had that actually really disrupted that pocket for Grady to eat. Adrian Claiborne, Dunterry Poe, Solia. They always put a big guy next to him. So the way I'm looking at it, like even with Jack Kissinger, right?
Well,
he ain't the top.
Street and Taquan Graham, they some big boys. Street and Graham big.
But ain't none of them over 310. All of them like.
Let me see what Street was.
I thought Street was like 290 something.
He could be a little under. He could be.
Because I remember thinking one time, I was like, man, because one thing I remember is I remember that one year, the whole Georgia defensive line was heavier than everybody we had.
It's crazy that you say that, King Richie.
315.
Another late DT who a big boy. That boy Warren Brinson from Georgia, 6'6", 345. You can get him in the 7th round.
Hey, that's who I was picking in like the 6th. Man, I'm going to tell you, if we trade back, we can get a lot of sleepers in that 5th, 6th, and 7th round. First of all, I prefer that anyway because Terry ain't really struck on them 1st and 2nds anyway. He usually strike 4th and down. So the way I'm looking at it is you still got Najee Stackhouse. You still got Prince.
See, the thing here though, 1st and 2nd round hit or miss. They all long shot. But when you able to draft 3rd, 4th, and beyond, that's when you really make your money. Cause that when the scouting come into play. You have a lot of busts in the 1st and 2nd round. When you able to draft them later round picks, now you focusing more on that talent.
Because I was able to pick Dan Jackson off Georgia to that safety. I was able to get him in the 7th round every time.
Right. It's funny that you say that, King Richie. I did a mock draft. I traded down. I got Ben Morrison, Walter Nolan, Braden Swinson with my first 3 picks. Every other pick in the draft, I took a Georgia player just because. Dan Jackson, Aaron Smith, what's his name? Tyrion Dawkins, Nazir Stackhouse. Everybody in the later rounds.
What's that tackle name that they got? The one that did the 30 reps. I can't never pronounce his last name.
Chaz Chambliss.
That may be his name. I was like, boy, we need to get him because we're going to eventually have to replace Caleb.
Oh, offensive tackle. Ratledge? Is it Ratledge? Or is Ratledge a guard?
Is he a tackle? He won the center. He just literally did 30 reps on that on them big weights. I can't think of his name. Xavier Song. Hold on, let me see, because I definitely saved all my mock drafts. Xavier Truss, guard. Yeah, he a guard. The one I'm talking about is a guard. And then they got a center coming out of Wyoming. I can't even pronounce his name. Big Samoan looking dude.
Out of
No
Wyoming.
form field. And then I kept getting Jack Sawyer in like the 4th round. Like that's how I know this draft deep. You almost, in my mind, there's no way you can mess this up on defense unless you just really not. I mean, even your 6th and 7th rounders really just didn't get. They didn't go to big schools, but they made a lot of noise at the school they was at.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no way but I'm like you. One thing that I always felt about these drafts, I never felt like Terry really handled the draft. I always felt like Terry was free agency, Arthur Smith was the draft, because the way we were drafting, I don't think that was Terry. Because remember that one year, I think it was the year we took Kyle Pitts. I think Terry wanted Justin Fields or whatever draft that was.
Yeah, it was. Terry ain't been. Terry hasn't had. He hasn't. What's to say? He hasn't had the driver's seat with the
No,
with these drafts up
because
until last year's draft.
you don't remember that article that came out. Terry wanted Jalen Carter, but Arthur Smith wanted Bijan Robinson.
Well, that they didn't have nothing to prove that in that article, but I think they right though.
Yeah,
I think they right. I think they right. I think they right about what they're saying.
because I don't think Terry had as much power with people. Because everybody like fired Terry, but in my mind, I don't think after watching that Rich McKay interview, I almost know he didn't have power. Because Rich McKay said it. There was no way I was gonna take them handcuffs off of him that first year or two. Rich McKay came out of his mouth with that interview him and Arthur Blank did when they left Terry out of that interview. He said, yeah, now that he moving out of football operations, they're going to get the reins to Terry. So in my mind, that let me know Terry wasn't really in control of nothing. They probably had him, you know how they do at a job, shadow this person until we feel we comfortable enough to let you go out on your own.
Yeah, see, the fire Terry shit. It really, for me, from the fan base, it comes from a place of animosity towards the ghost of Falcons past.
Yeah.
That's where it come from. And when people looked at the cap space coming into 2025, they think, oh, here we go again with this. Oh, we got to pay another quarterback all that. Oh, but see, you didn't pay attention to the details of the contract. You didn't pay attention to the details of the situation.
I'm wondering if Kirk paid attention, because Kirk probably thought he got that 10. It seemed like Kirk thought he got that 10 this year too.
But he gonna get his 10. See,
just not this year.
It just might not be this year or from the Falcons. So it's not.
Yeah, that 10 million don't kick into next year's contract. Only thing paying is 27 million this year.
Now, so because a team already offered us a third for him, and I kept telling people Kirk gonna be a draft day trade.
Well, they said they heard
news until he lift that trade clause. All that shit irrelevant. If he ain't lifting that trade clause, all that shit irrelevant.
He was willing to lift it when he went and talked to Arthur Blank.
No, they ain't stating no sources on that shit. That's fake news.
Everything right now is from a conversation they heard a source having about Tennessee, a third round pick, and Kirk Cousins in the fact. They couldn't piece everything together.
So it's basically a rumor right now.
It's a rumor right now, but it come from a credible source though. So
yeah, you gonna hear a lot of rumors. You gonna hear a lot of them.
Yeah, but see, this the thing with Tennessee, with the Titans. You got the number 1 pick, bro. The Falcons ain't trying to heal nothing but number 1 pick. We got something you want. You got the number one pick. Talking about coming in here, talking about a third and all that bullshit. We don't want to hear that fucking shit. You want something from over here. We want number one. Simple as that.
I feel they almost maybe about to break about that because it's a lot of teams that's gonna be quarterbackless after. I don't think Tennessee want another rookie. I think that's the real issue.
I don't think we get no one now. That's pushing it. I don't think we ain't get no number one pick, man.
But I sort of do fear you because that's why they so comfortable with keeping them. Because it's like if we ain't getting what we want, we don't owe you no money to next year. You can ride the bench.
Hey, either we gonna get what we want out of this whole situation from you or from another team, whatever way. The Falcons will not lose in this situation. We will. We already done lost, so to speak, with how much money we done guaranteed you. We ain't gonna lose on. We not gonna double down on the loss.
Hey, I really think that's basically what Arthur Blank. I think people misread what Arthur Blank was saying. I think Arthur Blank to a point where he tired of players coming in here for their retirement. You know how we get players and we always scream they be on their last leg and then they come here and don't do nothing.
What's up?
But then as soon as we ship them off, then as soon as we ship them out to another team, now you got 10 sacks. I think Arthur Blank just getting tired of a lot of we just, playing the nice guy.
Well, see, I think something that he done came to terms with is that he gonna have to start approaching the team differently as far as the direction he go with, who hired and who get fired.
Yeah,
he came to that realization. He got to come up with a different approach. But let me be clear about something. Let's be clear. Let's be clear with this comment Nathan Floyd made. A third is pushing it. A first is a dream. Something that you learn in business is that your dreams can become realities.
Yeah, quick.
And it don't take nothing but for one person to buy into your shit. Whatever you selling. All it takes is for one person to buy into what you selling. And
they better not be a venture capitalist or angel investor. Now you really finna see some M's. You finna see real money on. That's all it takes.
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir. What's
this
up
shit?
With
What's up, bro? What up, Blakberry? Look, man.
You doing good, man. Last time I spoke to you, man, you were getting your bearings back. You good now?
Yeah, bro. I'm all right. I just had another mishap, but shit cool. I'm all right. Dig, man. Man, in my opinion, if Arthur Blank getting tired of the bullshit because he keep hiring yes men to be his GMs, what do Terry Fontenot and the last GM both have in common? If you know the team, if you paid attention to the team and to the crafting and building and foundations of these teams, what do both of these GMs have in common? Well, two things.
What they got in common?
They both go at players who we should have drafted coming out of the draft, but we get them 10 years too late. And these motherfuckers keep drafting for bullshit. They ain't drafting to fix the real issues with the team. This best player available bullshit philosophy. This is why we ain't been able to win shit in the last 5 years, however long Terry been here. This was a 2-year fix. I keep saying this and I'm going to stand on it. We were supposed to take Penei Sewell over Pitts and fix the right side of that line for 20 years to come. Then we were supposed to go and get London or the boy GK, and our defense would have been set 3 years ago. This guy keep doing this fugazi shit and setting us back. I said it when we first hired him that he was a plant, and now all his moves is making me right. I'm just tired of losing, bro.
I don't think them were his moves, though. I think it was more Rich McKay moves than his, because Rich McKay stated in his press conference, that last one he did, he said, ain't no way Terry was finna come in here these first 2 years and just start running stuff. And I think what it was they learned from Thomas Dimitroff. Cause remember Dimitroff, they just gave him the reins. And he could draft offense, but he was not a good defensive drafter.
No,
Yeah,
but
the
what you just
same
said,
thing with Terry.
but what
Terry
you
ain't
just
got a
said
chance
though,
to make them picks though.
but what you just said, King Richie, that shit make the most sense out of any goddamn thing anybody done ever said about that shit. If you got a guy coming in as your general manager, you finna hire, in between the president, between the secretary, between the damn water boy, they all got more experience than he do at this job you finna give him. Why in the fuck would you give him the whole goddamn show in his first couple years?
Cause
Of
all
course
them
you.
picks we picked, them were Arthur. Man, you could tell them were Arthur Smith.
Because
I'm gonna tell you.
so
I
why you
went to
bring
the
him in
dome
here?
when I was at the dome
Let
when
me
we
tell you
picked.
why.
If you
Let me
don't
tell you.
trust him to make his
Hold
own
on. Let
picks,
me tell
why
you
you
why.
bring
It ain't
him?
about trust. It ain't about trust. You do trust him to make picks. It ain't about trust. What it's about is you brought him in for something that you like a whole lot about him, which was his scouting ability
And his financial ability.
They love the way he scouts,
He
and they love
scouted
the way
Ritter.
he. Wait a minute. No, he didn't.
No, he
Arthur
didn't have
Blank
Arthur
Jr.
Smith.
scouted Ritter. Arthur
No,
Blank
Arthur
Jr.
Smith.
scouted Ritter. Arthur
Arthur
Blank
Smith
Jr.
wanted Arthur
scouted Ritter.
Smith wanted Ritter, and that's who they went and got.
It was
So
what?
hold on, wait a minute. His scouting ability got him the job, and him being a damn good understudy to Khan in New Orleans. So when you bringing somebody along, you got Rich McKay, who got an abundance of goddamn experience in the front office, seeing every different aspect of how the game worked in the
Hey,
front
I ain't
office.
mean to cut you off, Blackberry, but
No, you
what
good.
you said just made a great point, because people like, why won't Arthur Blank get rid of Rich McKay? But what they don't know is Rich McKay is next up behind Roger Goodell. So he's never gonna get rid of Rich McKay, because if Rich McKay become the person that Roger Goodell is, who you think he linked to? Arthur Blank.
Hey, boy, King Rich, but you hitting on so many goddamn points, because this is what I want to go into. Well, but what I was about to say was, before I go into that, we just brought in Jay Holland. What's up with you, Jay Holland? I'm gonna get to you in just a minute.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing?
What's up with you? I'm gonna get to you in just a minute. But what I want to go, this is what I was about to say. You want to bring a guy like Terry Fontenot along slowly. He's young in the game. Let's not forget that. He's young. Most of us on this panel probably, if not as older than Terry Fontenot. That's one. Two, if he's inexperienced at the position, which is general manager, if he's inexperienced at that position, the last thing you want to do for a general manager is to make him the scapegoat for a team being unsuccessful.
Let me say something, Black.
That's the last thing you want to do. Go ahead.
Because listen, I'm gonna push back a little bit, because Terry Fontenot was the GM in New Orleans for 6 years, bro. He put that whole New Orleans thing.
No,
Yeah, bro. He
Terry
was in New
Fontenot was
Orleans
not
for
the
like
general
6
manager.
years.
He was not the general manager in New Orleans. He was an assistant general manager. He didn't become a general manager until he got here. And he wasn't an assistant general manager for 6 years. He was an assistant GM for like 3 years over there, I think, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, he started
bro.
on the
He
scout
drafted
team over there.
Listen,
Yeah.
he drafted Kamara. He drafted all them, bro. He drafted that
He
fucking
scouted
DN that they got.
He scouted them.
I think Mickey
scouted
Loomis drafted him.
Right.
Loomis is the
scouted 'em.
owner.
But
Loomis
Terry
is there.
Fontenot was not the general manager in New Orleans, y'all. He scouted him. He scouted Kamara. He scouted your boy Marshawn Lattimore. He scouted him. See, you get hired for something you're really, really well at. Ain't nobody good, really, really good at everything. But if you are awesome at one particular thing and they want that out of you, my bad, they want that out of you, that's what you're gonna get hired for. But a guy like Rich McKay, who done been in this game for so long, he the perfect guy, if you think about it, to bring up a guy like Terry Fontenot. So you don't give him the whole goddamn bag. You don't just take the duffel bag, throw it to him, say, hey, it's your show. And he ain't got no experience at running the damn show.
Hey,
You
but
got to ease him in a couple along the way.
But if you think about it, that's any job, because every job.
That's any job.
I'm gonna be honest. Before I became a business owner, I will be one to tell you, boy, I had a resume for whatever job you want to do, from what is it, intern, data entry, warehouse logistics, inventory, whatever you want to do. Because one thing I understood, it whether you know the job or not, he just say Terry Fontenot was the GM at the Saints, right? One thing I know every job gonna do, yeah, that's maybe how you did it in the Saints, but this is what we do in Atlanta. So he still was gonna have to be. They was not gonna give him the reins, because this what you do, the Saints might scout and draft a different way than the Falcons. Plus, a GM come with way more jobs than a scout, and you gotta understand, this man got he basically the accountant, the GM, the scout, the football manager. He got to
He
do
over
the
all
numbers.
that shit.
He a little bit of all of it. And one thing that I know,
oversee it all.
Do you know who my favorite person is now that I do business? My CPA. That's my best friend. Anybody who does business gonna keep that partner. I don't think Terry was brought here because of being a GM. I think he was brought here because of his financial ability. Every business on the level of financial
scouting
guru.
ability more than
And
him.
scouting
Scouting
ability.
ability more than anything.
But
If,
the reason he
as
was
far as
good at
finance
scouting,
go, he was
what
working
people
with
forget,
somebody else with that.
but what people forget is that Terry played the game. That's how I knew them one of his picks. Terry played the game. It's different when you scouting and you play the game. Dimitrov didn't play the game. He just relied on other scouts. That's why we couldn't. That's why we picking people like Tat McKinley. You see what I'm saying? But then when you have a GM that's a scout.
Go ahead.
Now, I was gonna bring the plane home, but when you think about how a business owner looking at it, I got a GM that's a scout. He played the game, plus he a financial guru. What more could you ask for? We just got to teach him how we do stuff in our organization. So I understood Rich McKay when he said what he said, because no job I've ever been on, whether it be a regular worker to a supervisor to a lead to a manager, all of them made me trail somebody for at least 3 weeks to a month. At the minimum, they made me shadow somebody until they felt that I knew it, but they had to feel I was comfortable knowing it. And that's the same thing that happened with Terry. That's all I wanted to say.
Hey,
but Jay Holly, hold on, real quick. Let me do this real quick. And I just want. Oh damn! How I put it in the front? Well, damn. Why behind everything else? Oh shit! I got it in the wrong goddamn place. That why. Dodo Darren. Hold on. Dodo Blakberry. All right, whatever. Hold on, wait. Yeah, go ahead, Jay Holland. I need to do that. Go ahead. What you got for him?
I'm trying to see why Terry Fontenot getting flat just based off the people that we wanted him to draft.
He get flack from me because all of the moves that he made, except for 2.5, is questionable as fuck. That's why he gets pushed back from me. But in my defense, Blakberry could vouch. I've been saying this since it got leaked that we was bringing him here. I've been had this same complaint, bro. Like, he's a great accountant. You want to manage your money and get your books back from the red into the black. He's the guy to go get. I highly recommend him. Anything outside of that, no.
So he not good at scouting.
To me, no.
I mean, man, what the hell was he doing in New Orleans?
Listen, is Atlanta
Going,
New Orleans?
going,
No. Is
no,
Atlanta New Orleans?
no.
No, no,
Did he
no,
not
no.
bring talent in New Orleans? We ain't got talent on the team we do now, though. I'm saying
Listen
we
what I'm
ain't got
saying.
talent in Atlanta.
Bro, Atlanta been had talent since 2003, bro. We ain't doing shit with the talent.
Maybe
It's the
maybe
problem.
we got idiotic head coaches.
No, we
Good
ain't
players
had
can't
idiot.
overcome bad coaching, big dog.
Bro, we ain't had but 2 bad coaches, bro. That's Arthur Smith and in my opinion, Raheem Morris, bro. Mike Smith was a great coach. Jim Mora Jr. was a great coach. 3 bad coaches. I'll give you dude who quit on us in the middle of the season too. 3
Okay.
bad coaches in since 2004, bro. Since
Okay.
2002,
Art,
we had 3
I
bad
heard.
coaches.
I heard. Let me rebuttal to that. Well, Arthur Smith, we had less talent and won what 8 games, 7 games, and we got more talent now, and we won 1 game more than what we did with the previous coach.
I would say that's an underachievement. How the fuck you get better talent and worse results?
It's coaching, big dog. We lack coaching. We have talent here. We have talent. We just lack good coaching.
They didn't have
And
worse results. They won one more game.
it's not as bad as what
It
people
ain't a
make
lot,
it
but
seem.
it's an improvement.
Ain't no
It
way
ain't
in
a big
hell
improvement.
I'm trading the 3rd round pick. I'm pass rushing. I'm dropping him off in the flats. Don't coaching decisions what we do.
Listen, but we knew that. Listen, but we knew that. When we said that we was looking at Raheem Morris, we knew that he was a bad coach. Nigga,
I
we
don't think that's
fired him,
Terry Fun. I
bro.
don't think that's
Man,
Terry Fun. No, I
man,
don't think he wanted that nigga to get here. That sound
we
like
fired
somebody
him.
above him came here. That sound like
Listen,
somebody above him wanted him.
li-
I don't think that's
listen.
Terry Fun, no guy.
Regardless, you don't throw trash away and then walk over to the trash can and pick the same damn trash up that you threw in the trash can back up and bring it back into your house. I don't know people who did that. We got rid of him during that. He had a shot here. Hell, he had 2 shots here. He sucked both times.
What? Tell Rich
Like
McCann not to
he
blank that.
he 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 started off as a position coach on the defense, if I ain't mistaken, something on the defensive side. Then he went to interim head coach, and then he get fired during the last guy's debacle. I forget what his name was, who we fired at the end of the year with like 6 games left, and gave him his job. Like, we already tried this, bro. We digging in the trash and bringing back the trash that we already threw away.
But
Like,
that's my
that
point.
shit's dumb.
We just
But
have
but
bad coaching. We
but
have
that's the
bad coaching.
so we can't put none of that at the GM's feet.
I don't think Terry Fun, no, it's not facts, but
I
I
don't
don't think Terry
listen.
Fun no had something to do with Raheem Morris
Listen.
being here.
Listen. I don't care if he has something to do with it or not. Do we not put responsibility at the general's feet when troopers go to war and they die and get killed? Don't we put some blame of their deaths on the general? Yes, we do. The same logic applies here, my nigga. Yo, you ain't the owner, but you're the second in charge next to the owner, my dog. Third, if you want to slip Rich McKay dick sucking ass in there. All right, cool. You're third in charge, my dog.
About whatever.
And,
Don't start your
and
shit. Don't you start your shit about whatever.
look,
We ain't
look,
blaming
look.
no Terry Fontenot for the goddamn the way these players are not playing on this field. We're
Listen,
gonna blame these
listen,
coaches for that.
listen. Everything. When you run the business, bro, you don't blame the fucking janitor employee for the people pay being fucked up. No, you take that shit straight to the people who desk it belong in. My nigga,
You gonna you gonna
what
take
is
it to you gonna take it to
what he say?
HR, right? Hold
Hey,
up.
look,
You gonna take it to HR, right?
hey, what
You're
he
not
say
gonna go to the
on
damn store manager about your shit. Going, you going to HR, the people who handle your time.
listen what I'm
Now
saying.
in this case, your boy Terry Fontenot would be the store manager. You finna go to Raheem Morris, who gonna be a part of HR and part of your checks, who cutting your checks and shit,
No,
and calculating your hours. You gonna go to them about your shit.
no,
Hey, my
I ain't
bad. I dropped stick.
no,
My
I
fault.
ain't going to him. What I need to go to him for? I'm going
What would
to
you
the
go to the store
li-
manager for who don't handle your hours?
listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. I'm going to the big
You good,
dog in
Jay? Huh?
charge. I don't want to talk to no peons. I don't want to talk to the peon niggas. I want to talk to I want to talk to the boss, bro. Like we gotta put some blame in this shit. If we gonna blame Rich McKay, my nigga, who's a one tier above Terry Fontenot, my nigga, we can't absolve him of it and put it on the next man up. No, my nigga, this shit trickles down. The owner is the company. The CEO of that company would be the general manager, my nigga. You're responsible for the
Oh, so
hiring and firing.
you gonna skip over the
Listen,
president?
listen
You
what I'm
can't
saying.
skip Rich
You
You got
can't
McKay.
to
skip over the president, bro.
listen what I'm saying. You got to put some if we gonna give Rich McKay some of this blame, then you damn right we're gonna give Terry Fontenot some of it too, my nigga. Like,
All right,
All right,
why is
so
we
about
not
let
whatever,
me say this.
about whatever.
everybody
Let me say
got
this.
a hand in this pie?
Let Jay
Check this
Hollis.
Let me
out.
Let
say
Jay
this
Hollis
right.
So
talk.
these
Let
do
Jay Hollis say
Let me.
something. Let Jay Hollis
Okay.
say something.
Okay.
go ahead.
So if Terry Fontenot gave Raheem Morris talent, it's no longer in Terry Fontenot's hands on what this talent does on the field. We done
My
drafted players who we have not seen on the damn field. Ain't no reason
ain't
why Brandon Trice ass ain't touching that field or fucking Zach Harrison getting in the game the last 2 or 3 games of the season. And you steady
don't
putting these old has-beens on the field.
Well, Trice was hurt.
Well,
listen.
not Brandon Trice. I
Don't
get him and
don't the
Doug Peterson
GM get a
over there.
saying? Don't the GM get a saying as don't he get what's that shit, a decision in or a say so on who's the coach, however small, however large? Don't he get a say so as well? Don't they come to
I'm,
him with
I'm, a,
consideration?
Not
I'm, a,
for the
I'm, a,
Falcons. They already
I'm, a,
told you they don't work like that over the Falcons. The
I'm, a,
Falcons
I'm, a,
don't. They GM
hold
don't
on.
hire the coach.
I'm gonna answer that question with a question. Don't we think all head coaches call their own timeouts? Shit, according to the our head
Yeah.
coach, it's a process.
Listen what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm looking at it from the sense like, all right, orders come from up down. My dog, if you're responsible for hiring the coaches and getting him the talent, my nigga, if this coach is trash and you had a hand in hiring him, you're not absolved from responsibility in this poor, horrible ass coach being here. You had a say so in it.
But what we telling you is
If
he
you
did.
have no say so in it, then we can't put no blame
That's
at your
what we
feet.
telling you. That's what we
That's what we
telling you.
just
He
got
ain't
there and
have.
told your
Bro,
That's
ass.
what we've been
He
trying to
don't
man,
got no
say,
say so.
listen,
We've been trying
listen.
to say that.
If you really believe, man, if you really
He ain't had no
believe
say
that,
so.
bro,
Arthur Blank
man,
came
Let's
out and told you himself, bro. He said the
uh,
general manager did not hire the coach. They on the same
time out.
level. He said the
Time
general
out.
manager and the coach on the same level.
Time out.
well,
Time out.
I ain't see that
Time out.
interview
Time
there.
out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Let's not be naive here about whatever. You're a very intelligent man. Let's not be naive. You come across a young fella. You see young fella with potential, but young fella wet behind the ears. But you want to bring young fella on because you think young fella gonna be the guy that really take you somewhere one day, just not today. But you want to make sure you got him under your umbrella. You gonna get him the duffel bag and tell him it's all yours, young fella. Go figure it out.
I ain't
Or
gonna give.
you gonna mold him along the way until you ready to give him the keys.
it depends on this mentality, on this mental upstairs, on how much responsibility. Because you can, like, motherfucker like Peyton Manning, they came in and let him run it from the rip. Like, yeah, it was gonna come with bit batters and bruises. I mean, lumps and bruises and shit. But he took off the very next year.
You talking first of all, they didn't do that. But first of all,
No, he start.
you talking about a quarterback, you talking about a player versus somebody that's in charge of operating a team. Two totally different responsibilities.
I would think that I would be able to trust the person who's higher up in the hierarchy to do the right thing. I would think.
So
That
that's what we telling you. Rich McKay and Arthur Blank are doing the right thing by not giving Terry Fontenot the keys to the kingdom right away. That's what we telling you. But you're not the only one. A lot of the fan base has been hell bent on making Terry Fontenot pay for some crazy fucking damn reason for the team lack of success. When really we're not really stopping to think that this team actually did get better.
I'm only looking at it like it's an underachievement because this was literally a 2, maybe 3 year fix, bro. This nigga, like, he came in,
From
broke
what
and
point?
blew it up.
From what year? From what year? From which year? You talking about from the year that Terry got hired?
Mm-hmm. This was a 2, maybe 3 year fix. All you had to do was draft that right tackle,
It's not that
bring
simple.
in Ritter,
It's not
bring
that
in
simple.
Ritter. Don't go at Deshaun. Let Ryan teach him for a year, maybe 2.
It's
By the
not that
time
simple.
Ryan ready to walk, Sewell will be up to speed,
It's not.
and you would have beat untaught Ritter something from Ryan, and you wouldn't have needed a quarterback coach. This was literally a 2, maybe 3 year fix, yeah. We were supposed to take Sewell over Pitts, London, and or the boy GK George, somebody that played for Kansas City. Did anybody other than me notice that in the Super Bowl, bro, it was like 6 players who we could have fucking drafted that played in that Super Bowl, the one that just played,
That's
and we
us
didn't
and
take none of them?
everybody else. It's us and everybody else in the league, bro. It's a gamble. It's a gamble when you draft, big dog. We don't know if them players would have panned out like that over here.
Bro, you don't listen.
It's a
You don't
gamble, big
take a
dog.
wide. Listen, I understand it's a gamble, bro, but I'm not gambling taking a fucking punter when I need a quarterback, bro. I mean, that's a stupid ass gamble. If you can make that make sense, bro, my car, it needs a fucking AC in it. What the fuck is you talking about catalytic converters for, or head gaskets for? My dog, we don't. You try and fix some fucking problems that we don't even need fixed, bro. You talking this best player available shit, drafting a running back who we didn't even fucking need. We didn't need him. That's a position you take when you're
Bro,
already set. That's a
imagine
luxury position.
Bijan Robinson playing in our division. We gotta see this motherfucker twice a
Listen,
year.
Yeah, you
listen. What
gotta
I'm
think. You
saying,
gotta
bro.
think
Imagine
about
that.
whatever. About
Listen, what I'm
whatever. That
saying,
was
bro.
a
Imagine
That's a
strategy pick
luxury
last year.
pick.
that.
That was a
Imagine that.
That's
strategy
a
pick, bro.
Imagine
no. That's
us
a
playing
luxury
Bijan
pick,
Robinson twice a year. Imagine
bro.
that shit.
That's a luxury pick. We didn't need a running back. Nigga, Tyler Algier was just coming off 1,000 yards, bro. We didn't need
You
a
you
running
know
back.
you know me long enough. You know I agree with you, bro. You know I agree with you on that.
We
We didn't
we
need a running
we,
back.
we
But
didn't
the
need a
question I
running back.
got,
That's a
hold
luxury
up
pick.
about
That's a
whatever.
wasted pick.
Hold up, bro. The question I got for you: do Terry hit on a higher percentage of his pick than he does he does not?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, bro. I didn't like I couldn't
Okay,
tell you
okay.
just gauging off the top
Let's
of my
jump.
head. I don't want to tell you no lies.
Let's jump to free agency. Does he hit on most of his free agency picks? Then he missed.
Hell no.
What?
He hit.
Wow, big dog.
Listen, listen. He hit on a few, but I wouldn't
Okay,
like
name the
that.
misses for me. Name the misses.
That's
All I want you to do
that
is name the
that
misses.
that Simmons, Judon. What's the other? What's the other
You
one?
said that twice. What's up? Keep going.
What's the nigga name who we gave
Damn,
$100 million to and then turned around and
He
drafted the
did
quarterback? That was a fireable
he
offense.
that was
didn't miss on
Raheem
Kirk
Morris,
Cousins. Kirk Cousins
Nigga,
was
he
being
missed like fuck
selfish, a
on,
selfish motherfucker.
bro.
Kirk Cousins
He
got you to
missed on Kirk
63.
Cousins,
Kirk
bro.
Cousins
He
got you to
missed on Kirk
63.
Cousins, bro. He missed on Kirk Cousins. I don't care what you try and say, nigga. Kirk Cousins
Look,
went
man.
2 whole fucking months,
what
bro.
what
Kirk
what was
Cousins
Then,
Kirk
went two
Cousins
whole months without
doing
doing
before that
then
shit,
little
none of
bro.
injury?
then none of us expect Kirk Cousins to rock bottom, bro. That was a
What
selfish
you
act by
mean, none
Kirk
of
Cousins.
us? I told y'all we weren't
Listen,
gonna
bro.
do that shit.
Listen. Yeah, stop talking. Just listen. He got Kirk Cousins because the ability that he can do on the field, not this off the field bullshit, faking injuries and all that fuck shit. Because he was scared to lose his job. He was producing on the field. We were 6-3, top of the division. He was
No, no, no,
injured.
no, 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 no. Time out. Tell me how Kirk. Don't tell me about the highlights of it. What was Kirk Cousins' season game
Bro,
win total?
I'm trying to lay it
I
out to
don't
you
care
to
about this.
how was it Terrence Fontenot fault of
I,
the
I want
shenanigans that he just pulled, bro? How was that
nigga
Terry fault?
because you paid him 180 million. Listen, this I would have fired him for this alone. Nowhere, no, like this don't make any type of business sense at all. All right,
You
look,
ain't
you
paid him
come to me.
$180 million yet.
Listen,
He's
listen,
not even finna see the
listen.
whole 180, bro.
He
You
only
come
getting
to
a
me.
hundred, big dog. It's only
Listen,
a
listen,
hundred.
bro. I don't give a fuck if it was 25, bro. Listen what I'm saying. You
What you
come to
think of the
me.
quarterback market?
Li- listen what I'm saying, bro. You come to me and you say, "Yo, bro, I got the master plan. I got the plan. What's gonna get us right?" And I say, "All right, bro. Let me hear it." You say, "Man, all right, I want to go and spend $100 million." I'm like, "All right, cool. We can spend it on whoever." And then you bring me the folder of this guy, Kirk Cousins, who sucks in fucking prime time. And I was saying this to people before when it first got leaked that we was looking at Kirk Cousins. I said, man, that boy is a fucking bum. I argued with Mike, OG, and everybody about this shit, and they laughed me out of there like blank man at the fucking police station. And I got the last laugh at the end of the fucking season because I told y'all that Kirk was a fucking bum. I said that
Can
shit
I
before, and I
let
pointed to his primetime record, and we had last year the most primetime
let
games out of everybody. They set us up with him for him to fail, bro. They knew he was
Hey,
trash.
let
but check this out. Check this out, bro. He was actually had a winning record in the primetime game. Before he got hurt, he was having a winning record in the primetime game. And we're not finna blame that on Terry, bro, because he was producing. We're not finna blame all that other shit on Terry because of what he did.
I'm I'm blaming it on
We not
Terry
doing that,
because
bro. Do you
I'm blaming it.
hold up? Do you know what Kirk Cousins' salary was going towards the cap? How much was going towards the cap off him?
No,
25 million. I can name you 30 quarterbacks right now making more than 25 million right now. Starting
and right
quarterback.
now, and right now, we
Yeah,
just
Justin
cut
Fields
Grady
finna make
Jarrett.
20.
This
Justin Fields finna make 20 a year for
See, we
20
look
million.
listen,
we look at that
we
money
just
at the
cut
top.
Grady Jarrett for that same to say 16
Grady,
of that
Grady,
25
I
Grady
don't
that
agree
we
with that.
Jarrett.
just
Hold on.
paid
I
due.
don't agree with them cutting Grady
All
Jarrett,
right,
but Grady Jarrett ain't no fucking quarterback, bro.
Listen what I'm
all right.
saying. Listen what I'm saying. We cut Grady Jarrett to save $16 million when we paid Kirk 25, bro. We
He
lost
ain't saved
9 mil,
16
bro.
million.
quarter. That's the two different. That's two different brackets, bro. That's two different pay brackets,
We,
dog. Quarterback will
bro,
always get paid more than that damn tackle, dude.
listen, I understand that, but what I'm saying is this, bro. You come to me with a plan, $100 million. I say yeah, and then you turn around and you go sign a quarterback in the draft, bro. Then what the fuck did I give you the hundred million
That's called
dollars for?
succession plan.
No, bro,
And it
that's
turned
called
out he was right.
stupid.
And it turned out he was right. You see what happened? Kirk Cousins got hurt. We had to bench his ass. Now we had a succession plan in place. We ain't sitting
Then we
on our
should
dick.
then we
We ain't
should have
laying face first on our dick. We got a
then we
succession
should have
plan.
just draft then we should have just kept $100 million and signed and drafted the
No,
fucking quarterback
no.
anyways.
People knew
Or
we
we
were
should
gonna
have
draft the
listen,
quarterback if we
listen,
never would have paid Kirk Cousins,
listen.
dude. People
Or
would have
we should
traded up to get him.
have kept Ritter, a cheap ass quarterback, and signed and drafted a quarterback and kept the
Nah,
$100 million.
Arthur Smith and her he fucked Ritter up. Ritter
Hey,
fucked up in
hey,
the head.
hey, about whatever, but like Georgia Textbook just told you, and look, it worked. It worked out. Guess who made the deal? The same man you trying to throw under the bus.
This really made Raheem Morris look bad.
I mean,
Man,
come on now.
That's
Rob
That
been
that's
show
where the
looking
up
blame
bad
go.
since he was an
Blame going to
intern
the
in
head
Texas.
coach,
Hold
bro.
on. Wait a
made
minute.
Raheem Morris.
Wait a minute. See, so you my boy. You know this.
You already know it.
But ever
He
since
know it. He fuck with us all the time. You know it, but we gonna get on
ever
your
since
ass, boy.
I've been telling you, just like I've been telling you to stop betting on these damn Falcons, spending all that goddamn money betting on these Falcons. I've been telling you also.
I lost like fucking
Well, don't
70,000
please don't say
this
it.
week.
What? Didn't I tell you not to say that shit live on here no goddamn more? Don't say that shit no more on here live ever again in your damn. Just stop it. Stop it.
Bro, I lost like 70 betting on the
You
motherfuckers
can't help
last.
He
yourself.
wasn't
You can't help
referring to a movie he saw on
yourself. You can't help
Netflix. He was
yourself.
referring to a movie he saw on Netflix.
You referred to a movie he saw on Netflix or Hulu or some shit. But listen, man, I've been telling you that this outlook you got on Terry Fontenot is not. It's misguided. It's misplaced. And like a comment I made last night on the Ladybirds of AFN, shout out to Maggie T and the Ladybirds of AFN. The comment I made on there last night is the fan base is misguided. Misguided than a motherfucker. We keep sitting up here talking about how they gonna trade back at 15. They might, but we haven't seen that over the history of the Falcons. We just got finished making a case that Rich McKay still had a lot to do with the movement being made on this team. He don't like to move back. Then, excuse me, you got Terry Fontenot who's showing you that he's going to follow a model. So far, he's following a model. It looked just like it done look the past couple years. Drafting, filling needs in the free agency and in the trade blocks. And we ain't been able to do no trades because we just ain't got it like that this year. But filling needs in free agency on the defensive side of the ball. First round pick just might very well be an offensive player. It might not be in the skill position. It might be in the offensive line. We still need to shore up the center position. Who knows? But he's following a model. Like Big Will said at the beginning of the show, what he does in this draft is going to let us know if he's somebody that like telling on himself or if he's somebody that know how to keep it jazzy. If he know how to keep it jazzy, we ain't going to see no wide receiver or running back or tight end drafted in the first.
Hey, but
Man,
the
this is
only reason,
terrifying though. We're definitely drafting the skill position
Go ahead,
first.
King Rich.
but the only reason I never jumped in the conversation is because I wanted to hear both sides out. And I get it to a certain degree. I feel like everybody in the front office holds some type of blame, but I don't think it should be directed at one particular person because if you want to be all the way honest about it, the whole organization let us down this year, not just one person for real, all the way down to Kirk Cousins and some of the players. So for me, everybody got the whole team get blamed right now because it's
Well,
not.
let's be clear on this. Let's be clear on this. Kirk Cousins, Raheem Morris. That's who to blame for the bulk of our disappointing season. Kirk Cousins for being a lying-ass little motherfucker. Raheem Morris for not having enough nuts and guts to sit his motherfucking ass down after he went 2 games if you ask me, without throwing a touchdown and had about 4 goddamn interceptions.
Bro, he went a fucking month, almost 2 months without fucking scoring a touchdown.
Not being able to recognize that he was hurt. It don't matter about him keeping it to himself and lying about it. You the head coach. You supposed to be able to know. You supposed to be able to feel, sense something that something ain't right with my quarterback. I'm finna go have a sit down with him. He ain't telling me the truth when I pull him to the side. So I need to go have a dinner with him. I need to go sit down and break bread with him and see if I can get it out of him. Invite him over for a cookout or something. Get it out of him. What's wrong with you?
But see, where I was going to sort of land that on the Terry situation with a lot of the fan base, I'm going to tell you why he catch, especially after what I'm finna say. He catch a lot of this slack because for 3 years, we watched every player that everybody wanted to draft, that we could have drafted, be successful.
And we got stuck with Kyle Pitts.
See, that's where I'm going. You see what I'm saying? And then they just watched every pick that we could have gotten that everybody wanted just go to the Super Bowl. So that's why Terry catch a lot of the blame. But that's why I say for me it's organizational, even though the bulk of it is Kirk Cousins and Raheem, for exactly what you said as far as the season being disappointing, which messed the season up when you watch every player that everybody wanted that we could have gotten, and we really could have gotten and had access to, basically in their eyes be denied. And it's like a I told you so moment with the fan base, because everybody, see, it makes it look like y'all don't really watch college football. That's really truthfully in people's mind. That's where it comes in at, because they actually watch college football, and the way we draft this Falcons, with the fan base being a lot of Georgia fan base, so they watch a lot of colleges. Like the players you're going to, we already know what most of them can do because we actually watch college. So then when they see everybody they wanted that they know we could have gotten, like bro said, which that's why I said I understand where his point come with Terry, because they feel like Terry could have went and got all them people. But truthfully, what they don't know is even if Terry wanted to get all them people, guess who wasn't finna let him get all them people? Rich McKay, because Rich McKay was still running the organization at the time. Terry was really in the backfield. This Terry actual first year getting to pick who he want. That's why everybody's saying we finna see what you really made of in this draft right here.
Man, I don't trust him.
He got tails in that. And you might not trust him. But you ain't got no choice but to sit back and wait to see what the fuck happened. Just like the rest of them. But we're gonna start closing it down. I'm gonna let everybody get their last 2 cents in. Before I do that though, shout out to you, Michael. Appreciate you coming through. Michael let some breaking news go out on the show in the chat earlier. Felipe Franks has been resigned to the Atlanta Falcons. So welcome back, Felipe Franks. I guess he coming back to be a special teams extraordinaire. I don't know what else he would be coming back for. But Felipe Franks has been resigned. So congratulations to him on continuing to get paid in the NFL. It is what it is. Shout out to you, Felipe Franks, man. Big Will, we're gonna let these guys get their last 2 cents in. We're gonna start with you with Soldier. Go ahead, Soldier. Give your last 2 cents, man. Let them know what. I just want to know. I mean, you pretty much done told us how you really feel. So I guess tell us some shit that ain't true. Lie to us.
Hey, man, look. Once upon a time, I was in the streets, right? And I ain't put no cut on my truth when I was in them, and I don't put no cut on them on here either. I just give it to you raw from my perspective, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see us win, man. I'm tired of seeing turning on fucking car commercials and shit, and seeing us being trucked over by the Aints and all these bum ass teams and shit. Like, bro, we're the laughing stock of the fucking NFL, bro. I'm tired of that shit. Bro, I live in Pittsburgh, bro. Do you know how much flack I get for being just a fucking Falcons fan, bro? In the city of champions, bro. These motherfuckers got 6 fucking banners up, bro. I can't even fucking, like, my daughter owns me when it comes to football conversations now because her fucking team is the Steelers, bro. Like, I'm getting fucking owned by a 9-year-old, bro. Like, we're the fucking laughing stock, bro. Like, don't nobody else feel as frustrated as I do about this shit? Because if they do, I can't tell. Like, man, we need to see some asses on fire or some real changes, man, that says, yo, we here, we got nuts, and we want to win. And I don't see it.
All right, Jay Holland, what you got? Still there, Jay Holland? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Jay Holland. All right, we're gonna go to King Rich, see if Jay Holland come back. Go ahead, King Rich. What you got to say? Give me your last two. Give me the last two-piece hitter quitter.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. No, one thing I will say, and I'm standing on this because I've been watching a lot of film on our quarterback, even going back to his high school in Indiana days. I'm finna tell y'all something. If they get this, I'm gonna be honest. I feel Zach Robinson was strapped with the playbook with Kirk Cousins. All them ripped out plays, like whoever said it, I forgot who I was listening to. They was able to put him back in, and now he able to open up that playbook, man. Because I was watching that, boy. That's my quarterback, and a lot of people want Kyle Pitts gone. I'm gonna tell you now, Kyle Pitts ain't going nowhere. Them two were just out together, so that's how I know Michael Penny's word whole way. He said, "Yeah, I want to keep Kyle Pitts. That's who I'm rolling with." Which if I think he can get it right with them, because they were just seen out somewhere building. The Cowboys had a big smile on their face, so it might be something coming in the wind. So I'm gonna really be looking at this season here. I'm gonna go on the chalk last season up because I don't even like thinking about it for real. But we just want to let everyone know, boy. If you don't know, boy, you need to get familiar with our new quarterback. That's it.
Get familiar with the young buck. Jay Holland, go ahead.
No. Say, you know how when we were younger and our parents or somebody like that take us somewhere nice and they be like, "Don't your ass go in here and embarrass me." We out here in the word the fuck. I hope Orlando don't embarrass me, bro. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and it's embarrassing as hell to watch my team play like that. And I hear all this cowboy shit.
Bro, my cousin is a Cowboy fan that lived with me, bro. Oh my God, I even had to hear from these bum motherfuckers who ain't did shit in 30 years, bro.
I just don't want to get embarrassed this season because I talk shit. I talk some shit. I hope you motherfuckers don't embarrass me. And
Man,
watch my boy Cal Pitts work this season. That's all I gotta say. Watch my boy Cal Pitts.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something about the Kyle Pitts thing when it's time for me to go. Go ahead, Big Will.
Man, y'all already know, man. Find me at Will, the Georgia Reaper on everything, man. Catch me on Wednesday nights on everything Atlanta sport, but not today because I'm gonna be out with the family tonight. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I ain't gonna do that tonight. But you can usually catch me on Wednesday night, 7:05 on everything Atlanta sport, man. Y'all ain't did so, go like, share, and subscribe to my page. And, that's why I came on here. Make sure y'all seen my face today. Y'all ain't gonna see me tonight. I got to give a little quality time to the family, y'all know. So, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah, that's it, man. Whatever AFN got going on, if I got time, y'all know I'm there already.
Yes, sir. So, I understand everybody want to see Kyle Pitts return and redeem himself to the fan base and to the team. Does he need redemption? Some people would say no. Me, myself, I don't think you need redemption if you haven't had anything to discredit redeeming. I don't think he's done anything that would say he did enough to have to redeem, to come back from. So, in a nutshell, for me, he still got a lot to prove. But I've been telling y'all, this is still a dynamic offense without Kyle Pitts. In fact, you can improve on the dynamic of this team without Kyle Pitts. Stay tuned for tomorrow night on the Rex Pit for exactly how you can do that. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night on the Rex Pit. I got a couple steals that I'm gonna show y'all that I was gonna show here, but I think we'll save it for tomorrow night. I don't dislike Kyle Pitts. I don't care enough about Kyle Pitts not to like him. And when I say I don't care enough about him, I mean, I don't think he makes that big enough of a difference on this football team for me to be sad or disappointed if the Falcons was to trade him. I think it would be for the best of the team, in fact. And that's what I'll explain tomorrow night. But as far as if he is to return, because we know that we have evidence of Michael Penix saying that he wants to develop better chemistry and do more with Kyle Pitts. And we do see that he likes Kyle Pitts. And he is the reason for why this continued to be a good offense latter of the season in 2024. So I do believe that if they think the best thing for the team is for Michael Penix to have Kyle Pitts, then that's what they'll allow. And that's what they will do. But I'm going to have an objection to that tomorrow night. With that being said, appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate everybody coming through. I want to thank Big Will, as always, holding it down. King Richie coming in, holding it down. Jay Holland and Soldier, a.k.a. About Whatever. Always with the controversy. You got to love it. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you coming through. This has been the return debut of Let's Be Clear. Thank you, everybody, for coming through, man. Catch us on the flip side. Enjoy the tunes on the way out. Peace.
Peace.
Hey. Say.
Let's be clear. Shoo! I had to die or die when you drive will make you need it up. Don't get out the life, the shed ain't on your wood. For toast accept your farms, like that eat on my void. And I'm more terror, very clear till you back for. You've been eating off them thoughts, I've been living off what you saw. When the court favors, you pack now and laters. That's exceptionally fraught, let's be clear. If you corny at the mouth, put some use to that's now home team.
Night ride on the track.